Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Michelle and I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. I'm 55, I'm a licensed makeup and lash artist. I love looking for treasures. They might be high end that I have found, for an amazing price. They might be low end that are so affordable yet work surprisingly well. Today, I have a really cool trick to share with you about filling in your pores and making your makeup last all day. And it is an affordable trick. So if you want to see how I got this look and about some tricks and products, then hang with me. All right, let's get started. I have cleansed my face with some salicylic acid cleanser and topped that off with some Lees milky lotion. I think this is the rice variation, but every variation that I have tried, the strawberry, the green tea, there may be one more. They're all nice. Really like these. And I've been finding those at like TJ Maxx and Marshall's. The closest thing I have found to my Japanese Biore Watery Essence sunscreen is this one that you can get on Amazon, YFKEJI. But if you'll search hyaluronic acid watery sunscreen, you'll probably find it. Looks like this, but it almost immediately shears out to a watery consistency. And it feels fantastic. And it's very reasonably priced too, I think around 10 or less. So highly recommend this one. Gonna prime my eyelids with my Soleil undershadow. It's extremely slippy, glossy almost. Okay, I recently got this Harvest palette from Profusion and I love it. And it's on Amazon for $9.99. I think I got mine on Walmart.com and paid $15, so I goofed there, but you can get it for less. It does not have like a light base color, so I'm gonna go in with my Bare Minerals Barepro. It's well loved, and Fair 10 Cool. This is my favorite shade in this because it's a little pinky. And I'll reach for my Fluffy 26. I always link my BeauArt brush sets in the description. The ones that are numbered are from the 19 piece. That's the one I really recommend. Okay, now on to the Harvest palette. I love the greens. And the sparkles are wonderful. I think for my transition shade, I'm going to go with this Oak right here and a number 27. Okay, now since I got this for the greens, I'm going to go into this matte called Evergreen. No, it's not. It's called Vegetation. It's kind of a nice olive khaki green. Okay, now I'm going to get my flat 45. And Evergreen is the shade that nearly matches that matte, but it's got a little sheen to it. So I'm going to go underneath. Okay, now using the same brush, I'm going to go into a little darker sheen called Fern and go above the upper lash line. I think I'm going to go back into Evergreen and fill in the space I have right here on each side. Now I'm going to use Harvest Moon, and it looks like it's kind of all white glisten, but it does have this kind of green shift that's hard to see. I'm going to go right in the center. I think I made this side a little wider. These are my violin fingernails. Been playing, it'll be 6 years in October. Started during October of the pandemic. This is a clean 14. And just blend along the edges. I think I'm missing something down in there. I think a little vegetation. Okay, now I'm going to clean up on my edges. All right, now I'm going to use some KimChi Chic the Most Concealer, and mine is in 4.5 Warm Alabaster. It has a little brush on it, so I like to squeeze it and get it up in there before I go in. And this is the tiniest kitten paw from the View Art 3-piece set. It's called Slope Concealer. It's the same shape as the Angie Hot and Flashy. Okay, now let that dry down a little bit. Warm up my fingers. They're cold this morning. Did you watch the Kentucky Derby Saturday? We did at my house, and my granddaughters were over, and my 4-year-old had predicted the winner of the Oaks the day before, and her favorite for the Derby was 6-speed. And we were so excited that that horse led, like, you know, for most of the way and then ran out of steam, but it was really exciting. My husband said he was going to bet on the Preakness with whatever she said if her horse won. It's okay. It was the most exciting Derby race we've watched in a while for us anyway, because of that. All right, today's trick is a crazy one. I've done this before with my Painterly paint pot, which I sometimes use to prime my eyelids, as like a pore filler. So I wanted to see if other things of that same consistency, you know, kind of creamy tacky, would be good as like spackle for my pores. So I tried the NYX Jumbo eye pencil, and this one's in Iced Latte. So here's what it looks like. A little darker than my skin tone, but I'm going to use it in my T-zone. I've done this before, and I was blown away with how well it worked. And I will continue testing things out of the same consistency, just in case you also have some pores you would like to erase. And I'll be pushing this in with my fingers. So I think you can already tell that it's doing a pretty good job filling in pores. You check the 10x mirror. Sometimes I have to pull and stretch my skin and really get it to get in the pores. Okay. I'm going to set down the concealer. I got this Tatcha, the Silk Powder, I think at TJ Maxx, and use the number 79 or something shaped like this. I dumped a little bit in the cap, just a little bit. For brows today, I'm going to use the Arches and Halos Brow Powder, and mine is in Charcoal. You get 2 colors. So there's kind of a taupe shade and more of a charcoal shade. And I'm going to use an angled brush, and I'm going to dip into both. See how long they get? It's almost time for a trim. And because they're long, I'm going to need something really good, the Ardell brow glue, to hold them down. Okay, for my lower lash mascara today, I'm going to show you one that really stays on well. And that's the complaint with it, is that it's hard to remove. It's the Clio Kill Lash. It's waterproof. Get mine on Amazon. It has a small, slightly curved wand, and this is natural bristles, not silicone. But I think this would be fabulous for times when you know you may cry. I love the consistency. I don't ever get any clumps with this. Just nice length and a nice coating, not too thick. All right, for foundation today, one that I have seen a lot of lately in discount stores is this wonderful Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. And my magic color, this is the lightest of my magic colors, is 2C2, and sometimes I can do 3C2. I think that's right. I'll show you the color. It's kind of like a neutral to cool. It's got a tad of pink, a little bit of gray, and I think today I will use my number 70 brush. I think I need a little bit more. Nice medium coverage. Now I'm going to check the 10X. Okay, I'm going to use a really creamy bronzer. This one's the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze. This one is in 130 Sunset Doré. The very lightest one looks more like a blush or a bronzer. And I like to blend out with my number 60, just a dense, flat top. I like to kind of do an ombre effect. Darkest at the top and then work it down. For my liquid blush today, I'm going to use this by Sacheu, the Chic Stain. This one is in the color 05, I'm hot. And I'm going to be ready to blend with my number 47. It's a larger kitten paw. I would never do this if I didn't know how it was going to behave. But I love the fact that I can go straight in. That makes it so much easier. And now to set that down, I've already gotten my Mother's Day gifts from my daughters. And my oldest daughter got me makeup. She always does. We exchange makeup. My youngest daughter got me these wonderful soft PJs. But one of the makeup items that I got was this blush by Haus Labs. It's in the shade Fire Moon. And I think it looks like a bronzer. I'm going to use the Angled Fluffy 93. Because I think these are about the same color. So this will work perfectly together. Okay, I'm going to use my Essence Lip Stain. Let's see, Line and Stain. This one is in 02, Must Have Brown. I love how these are big and fat. I did that first because I also want to use a new liner from Catrice. This is the new the one that's supposed to be long wearing, the Gel Glide. This one's in 80, Sass and Flirty. Always work on my symmetry, not symmetrical. And how about this Morphe Dripglass? I get these at my Marshalls. This one's in Unbothered. But to me, it looks like a pink with some gold flecks. I like sparkly lips and sparkly eyes. Okay, I feel a little bit shiny, so I'm going to go in with my Carsland powder. I have tried going all over my face with the Tatcha Silk powder, and I still like my Carsland better. So let's see if we can get rid of some texture. I've also not done powder bronzer yet. I'm going to use a bougie one. My oldest daughter also got me this. Not for Mother's Day, but this is one of her past gifts. It is the Gucci bronzer, and this one is in shade 1, Éclat Soleil, I think, or Éclat Soleil. And my number 50 fluffy brush. Look how angled that is on both sides. It's perfect for bronzer. To go in my hairline a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna melt that together with my Live Glam Mist Independent Hydrating Spray. So this is not the setting spray. This is just to melt it all back together. And I love the smell. And how about the Carsland Soft Focus Liquid Powder Spray? I think this is very similar to the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. I get this on Amazon. Awesome, mister. The Danessa Myricks does not have a scent. This one has a nice one. But again, if you don't like scent, you might want to avoid it. Okay, I have forgotten highlighter. And I am pretty glowy, but I will feel like I have forgotten something if I don't get that on there. One of my favorites is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Glow Stick. And I like this little soft dense number 57 to go right on cream highlighters. So here's my final look. I like green eyeshadow. I think it kind of takes away from my blue eyes, but I like it anyway. And I will insert some footage so you can see what this looks like later on. And I think the trick of using a tacky eye primer to fill in your pores is fabulous. I mean, because the purpose of eye primer is to get your eyeshadow to last longer. So it would make sense that it could make your makeup in your T-zone last longer too. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe and share and help me grow my channel. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing great. I hope you're taking care of yourself physically and mentally. Do things that make you and others happy, and be kind to yourself and everyone else. And I hope you see me next time.